Sun came white on a blinding plain, no shade for miles, no sign of rain. I pulled my scraper before daylight across that ground of burning white. Salt on my boots, salt in my eyes, heat waves dancing beneath the skies. By 7 sharp that shovel rang, and another hard working day began.
I kept the barrels beneath the shade, counted the water that each man drank. Canvas stretched on 4 pine poles was all that stood between us and the sun.
I patched the sacks and checked the grain, marked every load beside each name. And when your wagon crossed the flat, I knew your old brown horse by that battered hat.
White dust on the salt flat, burning sun upon our backs.
Pull that wagon,
Loaded high, before the daylight leaves the sky.
no green valley, no easy ground,
Just shovel steel and a lonely sound.
but side by side through heat and pain, we made our living on that white plain. We cut the crust in heavy squares, salt wind dried the sweat we wore. Old Tom worked 50 yards from me, hardest old hand you'd ever see. He'd say, don't fight that desert heat, work slow and steady on your feet. Then raise a shovel with a grin and start that scraping sound again.
At noon I'd ring an iron pan, and every tired and thirsty man would gather underneath the cloth, too worn to say a whole lot.
Beans and onions, bread gone dry, coffee black beneath that sky. You'd sit beside me in the shade and show the cracks the salt had made.
White dust on the salt flat,
Burning sun upon our backs,
pull that wagon loaded high.
before the daylight leaves the sky.
No green valley, no easy ground,
Just shovel steel and a lonely sound,
but side by side through heat and pain,
we made our living on that white plain. One afternoon the western air went strangely cold and deathly bare. A wall of dust rose brown and tall, and someone yelled, cover it all.
we tied the horses nose to tail, drove iron stakes against the gale. Then sand came hard across the white, and noon disappeared into night.
I counted voices in that storm, 11 men beneath the tar.
But when I called your name out twice, nobody answered through the night.
I tied a cloth across my face and walked,
10 yards beyond our place.
then through the blowing sand I heard
Your horse bell ringing without a word.
my wagon wheel had sunk down deep.
The frightened mare could barely keep.
I cut the harness, let her free.
Then saw your lantern coming toward me.
You grabbed my arm and yelled,
Come on!
we left that load we'd worked since dawn.
No sack of salt was worth a life.
We fought that storm back side by side. That desert takes what pride you bring, makes water feel fit for a king.
And when the whole wide world turns white, one steady hand can guide you right.
We never found a fortune there,
Just sunburned skin and salted hair.
but every night when stars came through,
That empty land belonged to me and you.
years rolled on and trucks came fast.
Big machines crossed that open flat,
They scraped in hours what hands once made,
and slowly emptied our old camp.
I left my shovel by the shed,
white with salt from years long dead.
You packed the ledger, cups entwined,
And we walked out for the final time.
halfway up the western rise.
I turned around beneath red skies,
Our footprints crossed that pale expanse,
then disappeared beneath the wind.
white dust on the salt flats, still I feel it on my hands.
Hear those shovels in my dreams,
See that white
ground brightly gleam.
No grand monument marks that
Plain.
for all those years of sweat and strain.
But when the western sun burns low,
I see those old salt wagons go.
let the white wind blow.
Let our footprints fade. We left our younger years where the salt was made. Sun came red on an empty rise, no road ahead beneath those skies. A compass hanging against my chest, and 50 miles of land out west. I drove one stake into the ground, stretched the survey chain around. Every ridge we crossed that day was blank on every map we made.
I kept the paper beneath my coat, marked each creek from every note. Charcoal lines and pencil scars, measured ground beneath the stars.
No town names printed clean and bold, just country nobody drawn before. You measured miles through dust and stone, I gave those empty lines a home.
Where the map had no name, we walked through dust and desert rain, over mesas, rock and sand, drawing lines across the land.
No painted signs to lead us through,
just a compass in that endless blue.
every sunset found us somewhere
the map had never known was there.
We reached a canyon late one day, too deep to cross the easy way. I climbed the rim with rope and chain, while thunder gathered on the plain. From up above I called to you,
there's water running north by 2.
You drew that creek with one dark line, the first it ever had in time.
That night beside a juniper fire, I traced the ridge a little higher. You handed me your field notes worn, edges ripped and corners torn.
We argued where the river bent,
you swore it east, I said it west.
Next morning when we climbed the rise, I won that bet beneath clear skies.
Where the map had no name, we walked through dust and desert rain, over mesas, rock and sand, drawing lines across the land.
No painted signs to lead us through,
just a compass in that endless blue.
every sunset found us somewhere
the map had never known was there.
One afternoon the dust came high, brown as night across the sky. Our horses turned against the gale, and every marker left the trail. I couldn't see 10 feet ahead, the compass needle shook instead. But through that storm I heard you call from somewhere past a sandstone wall.
I held the map beneath my shirt, kept every page away from dirt. You found me crouched beside the stone, laughing that at least the map got home.
We waited till the wind went down and watched the stars come back around. No cabin roof, no wooden bed,
just open heaven overhead.
Some men went west in search of gold,
some drove herds till they grew old.
We followed lines nobody knew,
and drew the country we rode through.
but But every line upon that page would someday lead another age.
And every road that followed through
began where only sagebrush grew.
Years later, in a general store,
I saw our map upon the wall.
new town names covered every space.
And roads ran through our quiet places. I found that canyon we had drawn, a railroad town had settled on. But one small creek still carried through the crooked line first drawn by you. Where the map once had no name, there are roads and towns today.
But I remember empty land,
a compass trembling in my hand, before the fences crossed that view.
before the roads came cutting through.
We slept beneath the western flame.
Where the map still had no name,
Fold that old map
leave one blank line there
for somewhere in the west we never found. Before the sun cleared Juniper Hill, I carried water while dawn was still. 2 wooden buckets in either hand, boot heels dark from the river sand. I split the cedar, fed the flame, set 3 iron kettles up again. By 6 the steam was rolling high into that pale and dusty sky.
I sorted shirts across the floor,
Ranch hands denim by the door,
red neckerchiefs and canvas pants.
dust from a dozen distant camps.
I rubbed each collar on the board,
Till my hands couldn't feel anymore.
then hung those shirts where the hot wind blew,
Under a sky that never stayed blue.
wash day down at Juniper Bend,
Scrub that dust and start again.
boiling water, cedar flame.
Every shirt has carried a name.
Let those white sheets catch the breeze,
Between the cottonwood trees,
hard old lives and weathered hands,
getting clean at
Juniper Bend.
Old Roy brought clothes from the cattle pen, said these ain't been washed since Lord knows when. I held one shirt away from my nose. You laughed so hard you dropped his clothes.
A freighter came with a blanket roll,
Black with smoke and wagon coal.
by evening every line we had was bending low beneath the load.
Some pockets held a lucky dime,
Some held letters worn by time,
a little comb, a broken key.
things folks forgot and left with me.
One faded shirt had a child's small note.
Come back home was all she wrote.
I folded it careful when it dried and tucked that paper back inside.
Wash day down at Juniper Bend,
Scrub that dust and start again.
boiling water, cedar flame.
Every shirt has carried a name.
Let those white sheets catch the breeze,
Between the cottonwood trees,
hard old lives in weathered hands,
getting
clean at Juniper Bend.
Then August brought a wind so mean, it ripped 3 sheets from off the line. One went sailing toward the ridge, another landed by the bridge. I chased a pair along John's West,
While he stood laughing with the rest,
a cowboy yelled from across the street,
bring those back.
they're all I've got to sleep.
But not all days were made for fun.
Some clothes came back without someone.
A miner's coat a drover's vest,
left by men who'd gone to rest.
I'd wash them once and fold them square
for wives of brothers waiting there.
Funny how an old worn sleeve
can hold enough to make you grieve. Folks sang about the gunning trail,
the cattle herd in county jail,
but someone washed that western dust
from every shirt those legends touched.
History remembers louder things,
but quiet work had its own wings.
A boiling pot, a wooden line,
kept ordinary lives moving through time.
Years went on, the town grew wide, a steam laundry opened on the other side.
Big iron drums could do by 10.
What took our hands from dawn till then?
We closed the kettles one September day,
took the old washboards and packed them away.
But I left one clothesline by the trees,
just to hear it sing in the evening breeze. You hung your old blue shirt there too,
though neither one of us needed to.
We sat beneath those cottonwoods
and watched it dance like younger days would. Wash day down a juniper bend,
those old lines are moving again.
In every dream the kettles steam,
white sheets shining by the stream.
Let the western wind blow free
through those old cottonwood trees.
I still see our younger hands working down a juniper bend.
Leave that old line swinging,
don't take it down.
Let one clean shirt
dance above the dusty town.
Before the rooster found his voice, that old creek made the morning noise. I pulled the gate and watched her spill cold brown water toward the mill. The wooden wheel began to groan, two grinding stones woke up below. Flour dust rose around my boots while daylight touched the cottonwood roots.
I kept the ledger by the door, counted every sack across the floor. Barley, corn, and winter wheat brought by wagons down the creek.
I'd weigh each load on an iron scale, tie every flour sack with twine, write each farmer's name in black, so every man got his portion back. Turn a wheel at Cedar Mill, let that creek keep running still. Stone on stone, grain poured down, make the bread that feeds this town. White flour rising through the air,
dust in our hair and everywhere.
As long as water runs downhill, we'll keep working Cedar Mill. Old Jacob came each Monday morn with two small sacks of yellow corn. His mule was older than his plow, but somehow both kept going. Somehow he'd sit beside the loading door, tell the same old tales once more, while I poured his grain between the stones, and that old wheel sang in wooden tones.
Some paid money, some paid grain, some came barefoot after rain. A widow once brought half a load from 7 rough miles down the road.
She said, it's all my field could grow. 3 hungry children wait at home. I filled her sacks beyond her share. You saw me do it and didn't care.
Turn a wheel at Cedar Mill, let that creek keep running still. Stone on stone and grain poured down, make the bread that feeds this town.
White flour rising through the air,
dust in our hair and everywhere.
As long as the water runs downhill, we'll keep working Cedar Mill. An April rain came 3 days straight. Brown water climbed above the gate. Logs came rolling with the flood. Branches buried in the mud. I tied a rope around my waist and climbed the bank in driving rain. One jammed log against the wheel could tear apart the whole damn mill.
I held that rope with both my hands. My boots sank deep into the sand. You crossed the race above the foam while I kept praying, bring him home.
You swung your axe against that pine, cut it loose on the fourth hard strike. The current took it down the bend, and that old wheel began again. A mill ain't much without the stream.
A working hand ain't much alone.
A sack of flour don't look like gold
Till hungry children face the cold.
We learn the worth of simple things.
A loaf of bread, what water brings.
No fortune waited on that hill.
Just honest days at Cedar Mill.
Then newer mills came farther east.
Big iron rollers grinding wheat.
Farmers said they worked twice fast.
And Cedar's busiest days had passed.
One autumn morning I closed the gate and watched that wheel begin to wait. For 40 years she'd turned from me. Now only leaves came down the creek.
You stood beside me on the bank.
No words were needed, only thanks.
We watched the water slipping by
Beneath the pale October sky.
Turn old wheel at Cedar Mill.
And our memories you're turning still.
Stone on stone and grain poured down. You fed 100 families in this town.
Though moss may cover every beam,
And weeds may grow beside the stream.
whenever creek water crosses stone,
We hear that wooden wheel back home.
let the clear creek run.
Let the old wheel rest.
We gave Cedar Mill
The years we had passed.
Morning frost on broken ridge, ice hung white beneath the bridge. But from the rocks below the pine, warm water rose through winter time. I cleared the channel before dawn, pulled dead branches, rolled loose stones, kept that wooden flume running right, so the bass stayed warm through the freezing night.
I swept the floors at 5:30, lit 2 lamps and kept the stove alive. Folded towels upon the shelf, scrubbed those wooden tubs myself.
Travelers came with aching knees, ranch hands bent from years of grief. They'd sink down deep and close their eyes while mountain steam began to rise. Steam rising at Broken Spring, through the cold where the north winds sing. Warm water running over stone,
Giving tired old bones a home.
outside the snow lay deep and wide,
Inside the lanterns burned all night.
where the mountain kept one living thing. Steam kept rising at Broken Spring. Old Caleb walked with a hickory cane, 20 years of a stubborn pain. He'd worked his youth beneath open skies, till hard years settled in his spine. He lowered himself into that pool, let out a breath and said,
That's good.
then laughed like someone half his age, while steam rolled softly past his face.
Some came silent, some came loud. Some told stories to the crowd. A tired cook, a traveling hand, a widow from the lower land.
Nobody Nobody cared what coat you wore.
Once your boots were by the door,
Rich or poor,
beneath that steam,
everybody looked
about the same.
steam rising at Broken Spring.
Through the cold where the north winds sing, warm water running over stone, giving tired old bones a home.
Outside the snow lay deep and wide,
Inside the lanterns burned all night,
where the mountain
kept one living thing. Steam kept rising at Broken Spring.
One February near daylight, the water slowed to half its height. I climbed uphill through knee-deep snow to find out where the flow wouldn't go. A rock slide buried half the run, frozen earth weighed nearly a ton. I swung my pick till both hands bled while snow kept falling overhead.
By afternoon you hadn't returned.
I banked the stove and left it burning,
Wrapped my coat and took a rope,
then followed footprints up the slope.
I found you digging near the spring.
I saw your sleeves and everything.
We worked together till the stone broke free,
And warm water rushed around our knees. Some men chased riches in the ground.
Some chased cattle from town to town.
We stayed where water met the stone.
And made that steaming place our home.
Maybe a life don't need much more than honest work and an open door.
A little warmth when the world turns cold,
And one good hand when you're growing old. Years went by and coaches changed.
new hotels rose beyond the range,
Painted signs and tiled rooms.
promised baths without mountain fumes.
Our old bathhouse began to lean. Moss grew thick along the beams.
One autumn day we closed the door,
and knew we'd open it no more.
but before we left that mountain place,
We sat beside the spring too late,
your hand in mine beneath the stars,
while steam climbed through the mountain dark.
steam rising at Broken Spring.
I can still hear that old place sing.
Warm water moving over stone.
Through all the years that have come and gone,
Let those wooden walls disappear.
let winter cover every year.
As long as warm water leaves that hill,
Broken Spring is living still.
let the cold wind blow.
Let the old walls fall.
That mountain water
Remembers us all. September frost was on the ground, first cold warning coming down. I took my axe behind the shed while morning clouds were turning red. The north wind smelled of coming snow. We had 3 cords and needed 4, so I hitched the mule before daylight and climbed toward the timberline.
I shook the blankets, swept the rooms, hung dried sage beside the broom, sealed the cracks around the door, and spread fresh straw across the floor.
I filled the cellar shelf by shelf, beans and flour we'd raised ourselves, apples wrapped in paper tight, candles counted for winter nights. Stacked the wood before the snow, cold north wind Fill the cellar,
mend the door.
winter's knocking like before.
We ain't rich, but we'll get through.
I've got these hands and I've got you.
When the white lays deep and the hard winds blow,
We'll have a fire beneath the snow. High on the ridge I found dead pine, drying straight and good to burn. Each axe blow rang across the hill, then faded where the wood stood still. By afternoon my shoulders burned, I loaded every piece I'd earned. That old mule pulled the timber down as early darkness covered the ground.
I heard your wagon near the gate. You'd stayed up on that ridge too late. Your beard held ice, your coat was torn, one glove was split and badly worn.
I set hot coffee by your chair, pulled little pine twigs from your hair. You smiled and said,
2 loads to go.
I said, not tonight, I smell the snow.
Stack the wood before the snow.
Cold north wind is bound to blow.
Fill the cellar,
Mend the door.
winter's knocking like before. We ain't rich, but we'll get through.
I've got these hands and I've got you.
When the white lays deep and the hard winds blow,
We'll have a fire beneath the snow. At 3 next morning, something changed. The whole dark mountain sounded strange. No cricket song, no restless crow. Then came that quiet before the snow. By sunrise, white covered the trail. Wind drove hard against the rail. I pulled the shutters, barred them tight, and fed more cedar to the fire.
near noon we heard 3 heavy knocks. A family stood outside our box. A father, mother, little girls, no frozen in the young one's curls.
Their wagon axle broke uphill. They'd walk 2 miles against that chill. We pulled 3 chairs beside the flame and never even asked their names. The storm held on for 4 long days, covered every road in gray. We split our bread and shared our stew, made what little fire would do.
That little girl sat on the floor, carving horses by the door. From scraps of pine I'd thrown aside, she made a whole herd there that night.
On Sunday morning, skies turned blue.
Sunlight on the snow broke through.
We dug a path from door to gate and
Helped repair their wagon straight.
her mother hugged me before they went.
Her father offered 50 cents.
You pushed his hand back
With a grin,
save it for the road you're traveling in. A winter teaches what you own, a roof, some wood, a little home.
but warmth ain't measured just by flame.
It's making room when strangers came. The hardest years we ever knew were somehow still the warmest too. Because when little things were all we had,
We shared the little that we had.
years have bent this axe of mine. Can't climb much past the lower pine.
So every August I start slow,
Stacking early for the snow.
and every fall I count the jars, while evening brings the mountain stars.
2 older shadows cross the floor.
Still getting ready,
Light before.
stack the wood before the snow.
Let that cold north country blow.
Fill the cellar,
Mend the door.
we've seen harder years before.
We never needed much to do.
Just steady hands and something true.
When winter covers the world in white,
We'll keep one window burning bright.
stack 1 more log beside the wall,
The first snow's coming,
and night will fall. Before the sun touched Mesa Blue, I counted every you I knew, 400 moving through the sage, with dust behind them like a haze.
My old black dog ran wide and low, turning strays where they should go.
One brass bell somewhere ahead
called us toward the hills of red.
I broke the camp before the heat, rolled the canvas, packed the sheets.
Coffee grounds beneath the fire,
Wool sacks tied with rawhide wire. Then rode behind the trailing line, watching clouds above the pine. You raised your hat from half a mile,
I could see that tired, crooked smile.
Sheep bells on the high mesa, ringing through the evening air.
Dust upon our boots and blankets,
Mountain wind
tangled in our hair.
keep them close when daylight's dying.
Keep the fire burning low,
Where those little brass bells wander,
that's the road that we will go.
by early June the sharing came. Every hand knew every name.
Steel blades flashing in the shed,
Heavy fleece fell white and spread.
my shoulders burned from dawn till night.
Holding nervous yearlings tight.
You sorted wool beside the wall,
Fine from coarse, the short from tall.
grease and lanolin on my hands,
White wool,
white wool piled in canvas bags.
buyers came from towns below,
Arguing prices row by row.
we never made what rich men made.
Just enough for debts we paid.
A little flour
Coffee thread,
and winter blankets for the bed. Sheep bells on the high mesa,
ringing through the evening air.
dust upon our boots and blankets.
Mountain wind tangled in our hair.
Keep them close when daylight's dying.
Keep the fire burning low,
Where those little brass bells wander,
that's the road that we will go.
One moonless night the black dog growled, then from the ridge a coyote howled. The whole flock tightened near the flame. I grabbed my coat and called his name. We rode the edge till nearly 3.
Cold stars hanging over me.
No sleep came till the eastern glow,
Painted silver on the snow.
I kept the youngest lambs inside,
Where canvas broke the freezing night.
one little ewe too weak to stand,
Lay breathing softly in my hands.
I wrapped her close beside the fire.
Fed warm milk through a piece of wire.
by morning when you rode back in.
She stood on shaking legs again.
Some men love the cattle range,
Some chase silver cards and fame,
we follow bells through grass and stone,
making every campsite home.
no painted sign marked where we've been,
Just circles where the fires had burned,
then rain and prairie grass would grow,
and hide the camps we used to know.
by September frost came early,
Ice lay white
across the valley we turned the flock toward lower ground,
following that familiar sound.
down through cedar, rock and sand,
We drove them toward the winterland,
every mile the air grew warm,
till Mesa Blue was far behind.
years went by the very same,
Spring uphill and fall again,
till our old dog could run no more,
and our knees grew tired and sore.
sheep bells on the high mesa, still there ringing in my mind,
Through the sage and mountain shadows,
from another
place and time.
let the younger shepherds wander where the high cold grasses grow.
When I hear those brass bells calling,
There's one trail
my heart still knows.
ring soft little bell,
Across that mountain blue,
there's an old campfire waiting for me and you. Before the sun hit Horseshoe Hill, I took my shovel past the rill, down where the canyon wall turned red. I dug the clay from an ancient bed, filled 2 buckets heavy and wet, best red earth I've gathered yet. Carried them home through morning haze to feed another week of working days.
I worked that clay upon the board, pressed every stone and pebble out, wet my hands and turned the wheel till shapeless earth began to yield. A water jug, a bowl of plate, nothing fancy, smooth or straight, but every piece was built to stand a hard life in a working hand.
Red clay under our hands, fire burning where the old kiln stands. Turn that wheel and shape it slow, make what simple people need at home. Earth and water, smoke and flame, no 2 pieces ever came the same. From that canyon red and dry, we made our living beneath a western sky. I stacked the cedar in the kiln, left just enough room for air to fill. Loaded cups from floor to crown, then sealed the heavy doorway down. For 2 long nights I fed that fire, watched the orange flames climb higher. Too little heat, the clay stayed weak, too much could ruin a working week.
I'd sit beside you after dark, watching through the little firing arch, coffee cooling in my cup while sparks above the chimney rose. You'd say that kiln has got a mind, I'd laugh, you've said that every time. Then morning brought that moment when we'd see what fire had spared again.
Red clay under our hands, fire burning where the old kiln stands. Turn that wheel and shape it slow, make what simple people need at home. Earth and water, smoke and flame, no 2 pieces ever came the same. From that canyon red and dry, we made our living beneath the western sky. One batch came out cracked and gray, half a month's work thrown away. I kicked the dirt and cursed that flame like fire itself deserved the blame. You picked one broken pitcher there, held both pieces in the air, said clay will crack and people too, tomorrow we'll make something new.
So Monday morning we began, fresh red earth beneath our hands. By Friday shelves were full once more, jugs and bowls from wall to door. A rancher's wife bought plates of four, a cook took crocks for winter stores. A young pair chose one little jar for their first house not very far.
Some men leave fences on the plains, some leave fortunes with their names.
We left bowls on kitchen shelves, made for people like ourselves.
And maybe somewhere one survives, still holding flower in another life. Our names forgotten, kiln long cold, but those old fingerprints still hold.
Years rolled on, new freight came west. Factory dishes cost much less. White and perfect, smooth and thin, our rough red pottery couldn't win.
I fired that kiln one final fall, made one large pitcher straight and tall. You carved two little lines below for all the years we'd come to know. We put wildflowers in it that night, set it near the window light. Outside the kiln grew dark and cold, inside that red clay still looked gold. Red clay under our hands, I still feel the turning wheel again. Earth and water, smoke and flame, those simple years still call our names. Let the old kiln fall someday, let the rain wash walls away. As long as one red pitcher stands, there's still some clay beneath our hands.
Turn that wheel slow, let the old fire glow.
What our hands once made may outlive us both. We rolled into Carson before noon, 6 painted wagons and a fiddle tune. Raised our campers by the cottonwood trees while hot dust rolled around our knees. I nailed 3 boards for a little stage, hung 2 lanterns from an old pine frame. By sundown folks were gathering near for the only traveling show that year.
I pinned my hair by a cracked-looking glass, brushed red dust from my faded dress. No velvet curtain, no chandelier, just canvas walls and a crowd drawing near.
You tuned your guitar behind the screen, I stepped where the lantern light could gleam. Then old Ben called ladies and men, and somehow the whole world started again. One more show before we ride, sing it loud beneath the western sky. Let those lanterns burn tonight,
We'll be gone by morning light.
clap your hands and stomp that floor. We may never pass this way anymore, till the last old fiddle note has died.
One more show before we ride.
A miner laughed in the second row, 2 ranch boys shouted, "Go, go, go!" An old gray farmer tapped his shoe, and a little girl sang along with you. For 2 short hours they laid aside empty pockets and working lives. No debts, no drought, no aching hands, just songs beneath those canvas strands.
After the crowd had wandered home, we counted nickels there alone. $23, maybe 4, enough for oats and a little more.
I took my shoes off by the stage. You folded posters worn with age. Then we shared coffee from one tin cup while everybody else slept up.
One more show before we ride, sing it loud beneath the western sky. Let those lanterns burn tonight. We'll be gone by morning light.
Clap your hands and stomp that floor. We may never pass this way anymore till the last old fiddle note has died.
One more show before we ride.
Some towns welcomed us with cheers, some barely paid for corn and gear. We played through heat, through wind and cold, growing tired while the wagon grew old. From Amarillo to Santa Fe, we left a song, then rode away. Never owned a patch of ground, our home was where the wheels stopped down.
One autumn night in a nameless place, only 12 folks filled the space. Rain came through the canvas seam and nearly drowned our little dream.
But when you struck that opening chord, those 12 made noise like 100 more. I sang until my voice went thin and wished that night would never end. We had no silver, land or claim.
No one remembered half our names,
But somewhere an old man
still may know
a tune he heard,
a tune he heard at our traveling show.
Maybe that's enough to leave a little joy, a memory, then pack the stage when night is through and carry another song somewhere new.
Years later, when our wheels grew slow, we finally quit the traveling show. Bought 2 rooms near a quiet square and hung your old guitar up there.
But sometimes when the evening's warm, I smell that canvas before a storm. You look at me and I know inside we're back beneath those lantern lights. One more show before we ride, sing it strong beneath that endless sky.
Let the old fiddle laugh and cry
like those younger days gone by.
Clap your hands and stomp that floor.
Give him everything and one song more till the final lantern light has died.
One more show before we ride.
Raise the curtain,
Tune that old guitar.
tomorrow we'll be gone,
But tonight the stage is ours.
Morning broke on a cedar ridge, wildflowers grew past the rocky ledge. I carried my smoker and wooden crate, climbed that hill before the heat got late. 20 highs beneath the pine, busy as a railroad line. I lifted one lid through the drifting smoke, golden comb beneath the oak.
I kept the table by our shack, clean white cloth and bottles stacked. Cut each honeycomb by hand, sweetest harvest in the land.
Strained it slow through cotton cloth,
Kept the dust and old leaves off.
by afternoon those jars would shine like bottled pieces of summertime. Honey in the high country, golden as the evening sun, sweet from all those mountain flowers,
Gathered one by one.
through the thistle, sage and clover, where the wild bees wander free. We made a little life together
In the high country.
Old Jim Parker rode up one day, said there's bear tracks down your way. I found them deep beside the creek, fresh enough to make me think. So I raised the hives on timber stands, drove iron stakes into the land, hung old pans along a wire, hoping the noise would turn him tired.
That night near 2 I heard them ring.
Metal crashing,
Everything You grabbed your boots and ran outside. I held the lantern by your side.
A black bear stood beside the pine,
Honey dripping down his hide.
you banged 2 kettles, shouted loud.
He disappeared beneath the clouds.
Honey in the high country, golden as the evening sun, sweet from all those mountain flowers,
Gathered one by one.
through the thistle, sage, and clover, where the wild bees wander free. We made a little life together
In the high country.
Spring was good, but summer's changed. Some years brought too little rain.
Flowers dried before their time.
An empty cone filled half the line. Still we'd move those wooden hives where
Higher meadows stayed alive.
2 old mules and half a day.
Up the narrow mountain way.
We traded honey down in town.
For coffee, flour, and cloth by pound.
Children gathered near our stands.
Sticky pennies in their hands.
One old woman bought 1 jar.
Said her home was mighty far.
Save me another when fall comes through.
I wrote her name like I always do.
The mountain never promised ease, just rocky ground and restless bees.
But every jar upon that shelf
Held something we had made ourselves.
We never needed silver claims
Or fancy houses,
bearing names.
just summer rain and flowers enough.
In 2 good hands when times got rough.
Years went by,
Your beard turned gray.
we kept fewer hives each May.
Your hands weren't quick the way they'd been.
But bees still knew you coming in. One final autumn, cool and clear,
We pulled the sweetest comb that year.
you filled 2 jars and tied them tight.
Then set them by the lantern light.
I said keep 1 for winter time.
You smiled and placed your hand in mine.
Outside the evening settled slow.
And bees flew home through sunset gold.
Honey in the high country, golden memories in every jar.
From those summers on the mountain,
Underneath the western stars, let the cedar shadows lengthen, let the younger seasons be.
I can still taste those old days in the high country.
Leave 1 jar upon the shelf
For some cold winter night, when we wanna taste the summer again.
January froze the river hard, 2 feet deep past Miller's yard. Before first light we marked the square, with frozen breath in the morning air.
I pulled that saw through crystal blue, back and forth till daylight grew. Every block came cold and clean, hardest winter I'd ever seen.
I kept the ice house up the bank, where heavy wooden wagons came. Sawdust deep across the floor, and frost stayed white around the door.
I marked each block the horses brought, counted every load we'd cut. Layer by layer, row by row, we stored the winter cold below.
Cut that ice from the frozen river,
Stack it deep where the sun can't find it.
cold hands working beneath gray skies.
Saving January for July.
When summer burns a western ground,
And not one patch of snow is found.
we'll open that old wooden door
And bring the winter back once more.
Old Amos drove the pulling team along the edge of that frozen stream. Iron shoes rang on hardened snow while loaded sledges moved up slow.
We worked till fingers lost their feel, steel on ice and ice on steel, then warmed our hands around a flame and went right back to work again.
At noon I'd bring hot coffee down, bread and bacon wrapped in brown. You'd laugh and shake the frost away, saying,
cold enough to freeze the day.
Your beard was white, your cheeks were red,
Ice chips shining on your threadbare vest.
but when the whistle called the crew,
You'd lift that saw
and start anew. Cut that ice from a frozen river,
stack it deep where the sun can't find it.
cold hands working beneath gray skies.
Saving January for July,
When summer burns a western ground,
and not one patch of snow is found,
we'll open that old wooden door
and bring the winter back once more.
One afternoon I heard ice crack, a sound that made every man step back. A dark line ran beneath my feet, then split the river clean and deep.
Young Eli slipped beyond the seam and vanished in that freezing stream. I dropped my saw and grabbed the rope while every second swallowed hope.
We pulled him out with lips turned blue,
Cut off his coat and frozen shoes,
I wrapped him tight beside the fire.
while men stacked blankets higher and higher.
He coughed once hard and opened his eyes,
And somebody laughed.
somebody cried.
No block of ice got cut that day.
We thanked the Lord and walked away. Winter gave us what summer would need,
Cold for the butcher, milk and cream.
for fevered children burning hot.
A little ice meant quite a lot.
We never thought our work was grand, just another job for weathered hands.
But simple things from seasons past
Could help another season last.
Then July came hot and dry.
The heat waves danced beneath the sky,
I opened up that heavy door,
and winter breathed across the floor. We hauled those blocks through dusty streets,
to kitchen stores and butcher's meat,
children followed every load.
catching little chips along the road.
I watched them melt inside their hands,
Like January leaving summerland,
and thought how strange those seasons were.
meeting underneath that western sun,
Years later came a humming machine,
making cold where none had been.
no river saws, no winter cruise,
No horse-drawn sledges,
frozen shoes. I hung my saw above the wall,
never cut another block at all.
but sometimes when the river turns wide,
I hear those old blades late at night.
cut that ice from the frozen river, hear those old steel saws together,
Cold hands working beneath gray skies.
saving January for July.
The ice house fell,
The crew's off gone,
but that frozen river carries on.
and every winter in my mind,
We leave another younger year behind.
stack it deep,
Close that old wooden door
keep a little winter.
for the summer once more.
Before the morning lost its gray, I hitched the sorrow to the dray. Beeswax wrapped in burlap tight, had to reach the shop by night. Through rabbit brush and broken stone, I hauled that load of walks alone. By noon the sun burned overhead, and dust rolled yellow where I led.
I tied the wicks across a frame, set the black iron pot to flame, melted wax till smooth and slow, then dipped each string and watched it grow.
Dip and cool, then dip once more, rows of candles by the door. Nothing fancy, nothing grand, just winter light made by our hands. Make a little light for the long dark night. Dip that wick till the candle's right. When the cold wind shakes the window frame, we'll keep one small and steady flame.
No city lamps for miles around,
Only stars above
this western ground.
But every home on Dry Creek Road
Needs a little light
when the daylight goes. I gathered tallow from the farms, carried ash in both my arms, split more wood behind the shed while the smoke curled blue above my head. Folks came riding from miles away, trading eggs for what they couldn't pay. A candle bundle, soap or two, whatever their household needed through.
Young Mrs. Hale came late one day, her husband 3 long weeks away. She held 2 coins inside her hand, said, "Winter's harder than we planned."
I wrapped 6 candles, charged for 3, added soap and said,
"That's enough for me."
She looked away to hide her eyes, then rode back home beneath gray skies. Make a little light for the long dark night. Dip that wick till the candle's right.
When the cold wind shakes the window frame,
We'll keep one small and steady flame.
no city lamps for miles around,
Only stars above
this western ground.
But every home on Dry Creek Road
Needs a little light
when the daylight goes. One December evening, snow came fast, covered every wagon track. Then somebody hammered on our door, a young man we'd never seen before. His horse had fallen near the ridge, he'd walked from somewhere past the bridge.
half frozen through from head to toe, with nowhere else that he could go.
I put a candle by his bed, you fed the stove till iron turned red.
He slept beneath our quilts till dawn,
While outside winter carried on.
when morning broke he saw that flame,
And quietly asked me for our name.
said all night long that little light
Was how I knew
I'd be alright.
funny what a flame can mean when darkness fills the space between.
It ain't the wax or cotton string,
It's hope a little light can bring. Never built a grand estate, never carved our names on any gate, but through 1,000 winter nights our hands sent out 1,000 lights. Years rolled by and oil lamps came,
Brighter glass and cleaner flame,
then electric wires reached the town,
and fewer candles traveled around.
We closed the shop one autumn day,
Gave the old iron pots away,
but you kept 2 candles from the shelf.
said,
These last ones are for ourselves. Make a little light
for the long dark night.
one last wick burning warm and bright.
Let the new world shine across the town.
We don't need to put this old flame down.
When the winter wind blows cold and low,
And younger years seem
long ago, we'll light one candle soft and slow,
for the life we made on Dry Creek Road.
strike one match.
Let the old room glow.
There's still a little light on Dry Creek Road.
Before the sun climbed Canyon Wall, I heard the foreman's morning call. Hammer and chisel in my sack, white stone powder down my back. We cut the granite from the hill by hand and sweat and stubborn will. No engine strong enough back then, just ropes and mules and working men.
I kept the cook tent by the grate, coffee strong and biscuits made, beans at noon and stew at night, one small lantern for our light.
Every evening you'd come down, stone dust white from boots to crown, wash your hands in a wooden pail, and tell me how far you'd cross that veil. Stone by stone across the canyon, raise that arch against the sky, hammer ringing through the morning where the red-tailed eagles fly. Hands may weaken, years may wander, names may fade from memory, but that bridge will hold our story long after you and me. Old Mateo knew the mason's trade, could read each crack a hammer made. He'd tap the block and shake his head, listen to the stone before you set. He taught us how to shape each side, how every weight must be divided.
I bet that I can.
Said build it like your child, someday we'll cross this canyon on his way.
One summer noon, a pulley broke, a granite block swung through the smoke. Men jumped back from underneath while rope burned hard through wooden teeth.
You caught young Samuel by his vest and pulled him clear with all your strength. The stone went crashing down below,
1,000 feet where shadows grow.
stone by stone across the canyon, raise that arch against the sky, hammering in through the morning where the red-tailed eagles fly. Hands may weaken, years may wander, names may fade from memory, but that bridge will hold our story long after you and me. By autumn we had reached halfway, then winter stole 3 weeks away. Ice filled every chisel scar, and home seemed twice as distant far.
Some men quit and headed south, some cursed the job with frozen mouths. But every morning those who stayed went back to finish what we'd made.
I patched your coat beside the fire, watched your tired eyes fight sleep.
You said that bridge is taking years.
I didn't know I had to give.
I touched the cracks across your hands
And said someday you'll understand.
Every mile that bridge will save will carry something that you gave.
No man alone could raise that span. No single hammer made it stand.
Every meal and every rope, every tired hand carried hope.
Some leave silver,
Some leave land,
some leave work shaped by their hands.
and sometimes what a lifetime means
Is building what you'll never need. The final stone went in one May.
not one man worked the rest of the day.
We stood beneath that finished arch,
Too tired even to make a march.
then old Mateo raised his hat, said, "Boys, take one good look at that." No speeches made,
No banners flew.
we knew exactly what we'd been through.
The first small wagon crossed at noon.
Two children
Singing an old-time tune.
their mother waved from up above.
You stood beside me, rough with pride.
Years later when our hair turned gray,
We came back by that canyon way.
your name wasn't carved anywhere, but every stone said you were there.
Stone by stone across the canyon.
Still that old arch meets the sky.
No more hammers in the morning.
Only red-tailed eagles fly.
Hands grew weaker.
Years kept